Late good afternoon, everybody. I think it's about 4 o'clock or 10 past 4, something like that. And I wasn't actually planning on making a wee video today, but I was out at the post office with my daughter, and I came back and I had moved one of the bird feeders down beside the front gate. And I couldn't see it, so I stopped the car just to check it was still hanging up. And to the right of me, I spied a little bird's nest. So I thought, I must go back up to the cottage, get the camera and just come down and show you this bird's nest. Now, there's a reason for it. Well, there doesn't have to be a reason for it, does there? Because it's just delightful to see a bird's nest. But this morning, because I'm not actually using my iPhone anymore, for social media, I've deleted both Twitter and Facebook from my iPhone. So I just upload to those two social media platforms when I'm on the laptop, because I'm just so busy now, and I have to get things done and so on and so forth. My life, I'm just a busy bee. So no, I've lost track of what I was saying. I'm too busy looking around me. I'm trying to keep the camera sort of fairly steady, facing in front, whilst at the same time, look, this is what I'm doing. I'm looking up here at these birch trees because I'm continually looking for signs of spring, because spring comes in here really early. And in fact, to the right of me down here are the beautiful, beautiful flowers on the witch hazel. Aren't they gorgeous? And I still haven't remembered what I was saying. Oh gosh. I must put some turmeric into my food to increase my memory capabilities. See, my mind's all over the place because I'm so interested in everything that's happening around me. And I see so much and I experience so much here. And I just can't get enough of nature. I just want to be out here all the time, Which of course isn't practical because I've got loads of stuff to do. Indoors as well as outdoors. Jack, come over here. See, I've scattered wee bits of tortilla chips down here for the birds, and I gave some to Jack. Now we can't have too many because they're a bit salty, but look at him, look, the starving dog. Oh, Jack, you'll be encouraging people to send you food parcels. come on down this way, rascal. Yes, let me get back on track. So, the bird's nest. Ah, yes, that was it. Social media. Yeah, that's where I went astray. Doesn't take a lot. In fact, my grandmother used to say, in times of anxiety, she'd say, "My head's astray," which I think just about sums up, especially the mind of a mother perfectly. My head's astray. And there was a fantastic poem as well written in Old Irish called Sweeney Astray. Anyway, social media. So I opened the laptop this morning and I put out a post on Twitter and I put out a post on Facebook, and they're both similar. In fact, the photographs were the same. And I'm just going to paraphrase it. It was something like, everybody's concerned with this thing called climate change and climate. But the real concern should be the state of our environment and how it's vitally, and I mean vitally important. It's crucial to the survival of the human race, actually, to get out there and do whatever one can with the greatest amount of urgency to help heal the environment. And the only way to do that is to plant. Well, perhaps it's not the only way, but it's the primary way to do that, is to plant. And so when I came through the gateway there in the car, and I stopped the car, and I seen the bird's nest, and of course you're familiar with some of the bird's nests around here. I mean, like the very obvious ones. I mean, there's 2 up there near the cottage, but there are so many hidden. And of course, when you look across onto what Bealtaine Cottage looked like, which is that, can you see? Through the trees there? That's how it was. Where on earth could a bird make a nest? Where on earth could a creature find shelter? Where is the water flowing? I mean, you know, it's just so important to create habitat. And habitat can be tiny. Don't forget that it isn't just the obvious creatures that we see, you know, the birds and the foxes and the badgers and all the wonderful creatures that bestow such happiness upon us. I mean, I just get such a buzz when I see wildlife. But it's the tiny little creatures that you can hardly see. The tiny, tiny ones. So if you think, oh, well, I don't have a garden, I don't have a balcony, and there's no point in putting a window box out there. There's every point in putting a window box out there. There's every point in putting a window box in every windowsill you have. There's every point in putting a pot out there with some soil in it. Because the smallest, tiniest wee spots can be habitat. Okay, so I'm getting close now to this bird's nest. Here we go. This is where I stopped the car. Look, see, I wouldn't have seen it if I hadn't stopped the car. Isn't that the most beautiful little thing you ever did see? Now, I think it's safe enough to have a closer look, because of course, the birds aren't nesting just yet. I don't want to damage the lens of the camera because the trees are a bit spiky there. But isn't that beautiful? Oh, and there's the wee robin, look. There's the wee robin. Maybe he's saying that's my home, and I'm left here by my missus to guard it. And what are you doing, poking your nose in here, missus? I can just see the little indignant look on his face there, and I thought that's what he was saying. So yeah, look, you see, I've moved the bird feeder. Do you know why I've moved the bird feeder down here, just by the gate? So as people can see it, and it might just inspire them to get a wee bird feeder and put up somewhere, you know? I mean, this is one of the reasons why I work so hard at keeping the place, you know, the 3 acres here, not just well planted, but beautiful. Planting all different kinds of trees and shrubs, because the beauty is astounding. Even here in winter, looking up the driveway. Yeah, Jack is looking over there because there's someone at the house. Jack, come on. So we'll just walk back up. You can hear the water running there. Now look at all the beautiful euphorbia. I'm just looking. There's little flowerets, little flower heads coming up there. That's going to be beautiful. Just beautiful. Come on, Jack. So yes, there's the wee bird's nest. It's been in there a long time, you know, and I've never noticed it before. But I suppose there's probably hundreds of nests here, you know. I'm just looking now. I'm beginning to look up through shrubs and trees. Yes, you see, there's no habitat there. That's just grazing land for cows. I dreamt about cows the other night. It was quite a sad dream. So anyway, I nipped into town earlier. I thought I'll go into Aldi. Now Aldi is one of those big supermarket chains. Here's me, look, I'm talking and at the same time peeping into bushes. But, sorry. Okay, I've had a wee bit of chocolate, so that's probably why I'm laughing. You know, it kind of releases those, are they called endorphins or something? My youngest daughter, who's completely vegan, you know, she rang me up. She said, "Oh, Aldi now is doing a fantastic vegan range. It's got this and that and the other." So in I went, because I fancied a little bit of an evening in, putting my feet up and maybe watching a film. And yeah, it's got some brilliant food. I mean, obviously, you know, it's processed food, isn't it? And processed is processed, whether it's vegan or not. But I did treat myself to a few wee things. I got a vegan pizza. And Jack's very interested in the vehicle. We can't see it, we can just hear it. Oh, there's that wee fella back again, look. He's peeping at me. So anyway, yeah, I got myself a vegan pizza and a bar of dark chocolate, which I've had a couple of squares of, which is rather nice actually. It's rather nice just occasionally to have a few wee treats like that. It's got quite cold. Quite cold. Now the hand that's holding this... Oh, I'm going to have to go now because that's my... that's someone phoning me. Blessings to you all.